the realized price, the black line, and the 2-year realized price, the dark blue line, started to increase again since a long time. Since something, I think it declined for about a year, and now for the first month, it's increasing again. And that's when things become really interesting. So we'll have to see what the Bitcoin will do. If we cross 32 fast, then I might have to update my January 12th prediction that the halving will be at 32,000 or above, which is, of course, based on this 2-year realized price. But if we already cross that, and we still have 8 months to go, so then probably we will end up a lot higher. So I will probably do an update at the end of the month, at the end of July, once we cross the 32K.
Bullish catalysts over the past 2 weeks have started to thaw the frigid crypto winter. The catalysts include Bitcoin and Ether's omission from a list of digital assets mentioned in U.S. Securities and Exchange (SEC), lawsuits against crypto exchange giants Binance and Coinbase, and more recently the spot Bitcoin ETF filings by BlackRock, Invesco, and WisdomTree. Rising jobless claims, a sign that the U.S. central bank's hawkish monetary policy is slowing the economy, have also been encouraging. Hello and welcome to Money Talks. In today's video, Plan B gives his outlook on Bitcoin after the massive gain, as well as whether now is the best moment to acquire more Bitcoin or not, and when the next bull market will begin. So without further ado, let's get started with the video.
So we see on the x-axis the not the time, but the blocks, which is essentially time, but it gives you the halvings very neatly. So every halving is at 210,000 blocks. So this was the first halving in November 2012. This is the second halving in 2016. I think it was July, and the last halving was in May 2020. On the x-axis. On the y-axis, we see the price, the Bitcoin price in dollars. And the blue line, of course, is the Bitcoin price. It's currently at around 30K. And the purple line is the trading rule. It's the equity line that starts at $5, which is around the price of the 6 months before the halving time frame. So, okay, it started at 6, then 6 months or at $5, 6 months before the halving, it enters the market, it buys, and then it follows the Bitcoin price. That's what you see here. Then it goes through the halving. Then 18 months after the halving, it sells. And so the value of at around that time, which was around 600, will stay for as long as the strategy stays out of the market. Bitcoin, of course, went into a bear market, which the model avoided. And then 6 months before the 2016 halving, it entered the market again. It bought and then followed the Bitcoin price again, all the way up to 16,000. And Bitcoin price was 10,000 at the time, but of course we were starting at a higher price here. So we were at 16,000, the strategy. And then it sold again. 18 months after the halving, 18 months after this line. And it avoided the complete 2019 bear market. And then 6 months before the 2020 halving, it bought again, it entered the market, followed the blue Bitcoin line, and 18 months after the halving, it sold at 122,000. And that's where it's right now. Bitcoin, of course, at 30,000. So the strategy is 4x the Bitcoin price. And we're awaiting the next buy signal. And we know already that the halving will be around April 2024. So 6 months before that is, around October, the closing price of October or the opening price of November. Then it enters the market and will stay there for 2 more years, until October 2025, 24 months later. And well, very interesting if this cycle will be like all the past cycles, the 3 past cycles, I should say. It's not that many. And if we see a jump again, and if well, the Bitcoin scarcity indeed drives the value, and thus the halvings are very important, and price jumps are around the halving again. So that was the trading rule.
The Ether Trend Indicator, ETI, is now also flashing an uptrend signal, a step above its prior neutral reading. Momentum for both assets rose sharply this week with their respective relative strength index, RSI readings, jumping 43% and 46%, respectively, since Monday. Can crypto prices maintain their momentum? Bitcoin has breached the upper range of its Bollinger Bands on 4 consecutive days, while its RSI level of 75 indicates that the asset is in overbought territory. Traders leery of the current rally may view this as an opportunity to take profits. The extent to which BTC is or is not moved onto centralized exchanges will be worth monitoring. Historically, BTC has tended to move higher, even when accompanied by large RSI figures. Trading volume peaked on Wednesday and fell the 2 days following. The trajectory of momentum will be worth monitoring. For clues as to whether recent buying pressure is waning, macroeconomic data will be light, with the notable exception of Friday's Personal Consumption Expenditure (PCE) report. While the Consumer Price Index (CPI) gets most of the attention specific to inflation, a quick read-through of Federal Reserve minutes shows that PCE is frequently referenced by Federal Reserve officials.
It cannot tell you how long this stage will last, or it can only tell you what stage we are in right now. And currently we are still in an early bull market, the blue, stage 1, early bull market. And we're there since January, so 6 months already. And we don't know when the green starts, but usually it's right after the halving. So here we had the 2020 halving, and after that the late bull market started, the real jump up. Same here, 2016, July was the halving, and then a few months after that the green. Same here, November 2012 was the halving, and then the green started right after it. So we don't know what's going to happen this time around. The halving might be front run. The green could start before the halving, and it could also be delayed because of a black swan event or something we don't know. But well, at least we know when we get there, and once we get into the green area, I will of course let you know. Well, one more thing, this market stage model gave me the courage in January 12th to make my market prediction. And if you don't know what it was that the November 15K was the bottom. And I knew because the bull market already started, right? And after that I said, well, the halving will be around 32K at least. So it could be much higher, but at least 32K. And that prediction was made in January, when I knew that we already entered the early bull market, or at least this model indicated that we did that.
So, what's your price prediction for Bitcoin at the end of 2023? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.